Stand up for the week. Are you having a good time? It's time now for the multicultural news. Please welcome the wonderful Mr. Paul Chowdhry.
Yeah. What's happening, white people? Gangster shit. You want to hear some multicultural news? St. George's Day. I know a lot of you white people celebrate that. You know who St. George was? He was the patron saint of cheap clothes at Asda. That's the thing, people put up the St. George's flag during St. George's Day and massive sporting events. That's the problem, you don't know who the racists are. If you've got your flag up 2 months after an England game, you're a fucking racist. St. George was actually born in Turkey, so after he probably stuck a knife through a dragon and spun it around a few times, he accidentally created the doner kebab. Chili sauce, garlic sauce, dragon. These chavs will eat anything. St. George was actually, he was Palestinian, he was born in Turkey, he was also a patron saint of Lithuania, Portugal, Germany, Greece, Georgia, Moscow, Istanbul, Palestine, and Beirut. So what the BNP don't realise, that flag is the biggest symbol of multiculturalism around. So when you see the BNP, don't call him a wanker, bring him inside and offer him a curry. So it was the London Marathon this week. 2 Kenyans won. But they weren't even competing, they just went out for a couple of pints of milk.
I don't know, every time I go and buy some milk, somebody give me a gold medal.
It's nothing to do with the British people, nothing to do with that the British people can't run properly. It's because of that bullshit they wear on those races. Look at this dude. This dude's dressed up as a... Bastard's dressed as a rhino. What about this next guy dressed as an ambrosia rice pudding? Look at this fuckface. How dare he think he can win a race? Dressed like that. You know what British people should do if they want to win that race? Dress up as a Kenyan. The Swedish culture minister as well this week, she got in trouble because she got pictured cutting a racist cake. A racist cake? How can a cake be racist? I don't think anything was racist about that cake. Do you think this cake is racist? That's disgusting. Needs a bit more icing on that cake. Looks too dry. Don't judge a cake by its colour. Some of my best friends are Black Forest Ghetto. There was also the first ever racist museum in America. An actual racist museum. We've got a racist museum in this country. It's called Devon. Got to play Spot the Ethnic in that shithole. I can't believe some of the stuff they got in this racist museum. They've even got a racist teapot. Someone must have misunderstood the term pot, calling the kettle black. I mean, what they got in this racist museum? Like racist t-shirts, like this thing. My family was stolen from Africa and all I got was this lousy t-shirt. Or a pointing one like, I'm with racist. Well, they're going to have rides in this museum, like racist ghost train, someone jumps out on a white sheet. And all the black people have got to sit in the back of the train. Apparently when that museum closes, everyone gets told to get out and go back to where they come from. There's another story I heard this week. Channel 4 did a documentary that Queen Victoria had a relationship with an Indian Muslim servant man called Abdul. This is Abdul and Queen Victoria. They actually met outside a theatre. He was pulling up outside and he said, "Mini carriage." How much to the palace. That's 50 rupees. Or shillings, whatever the fuck it was in those days. If she married Abdul, that would have changed the course of history in itself. People wouldn't be getting Prince Alberts, they'd be getting Prince Abduls. A Muslim member of the royal family. We all know how they would have dealt with that situation. The horse and carriage would have crashed into a French underpass. Too soon. That's the multicultural news this week. You've been a great crowd.
It's Mr. Paul Chowdhry. Now it's time to find out who's up and who's down.